Dick Taylor and Wendy Smith, of course, as we talk weekly with them about things going on with the Port of Shelton. Morning, gang. How are you?
Good morning. Great.
Good to see you in here. And what's going on this morning?
All kinds of good stuff.
Okay. Well, start with you had a meeting yesterday?
We did.
We had a meeting yesterday.
What decisions did you make?
Well, the big thing that we did was we passed an emergency resolution because of the damage that was caused by the windstorm here.
Right. One of the pilings or something?
Yeah.
At least two pilings are gone, and so it damaged some pier structure down there. And so we passed an emergency resolution so that Wendy can go ahead and contract the repairs on that without going through a full bidding process and what have you, because if we don't fix those, the next wind that comes up, it's going to cause some more damage.
I bet.
And more. So we need to get that done.
What's a normal window on a bidding process? Does it depend on project size?
It does. So down there it would be a lot bigger because you have to go through to get all your. We don't have our permits. We're in the process of getting the permits renewed, and or I think they all expired, so you have to go out for new permits, and that's with the Army Corps of Engineers. That's with DF. So Fish and Wildlife agencies, it's long. Last time I think it took close to 2 years to secure the permits, and that was just for maintenance. That wasn't changing anything. So it's a really long process. Of course, the city, because it's in the city of Shelton, but the city is always, very helpful.
Been very supportive.
Jason Gross is great to work with. So Brandon has already called Jason, and that it's going to go through quickly and easily. The Corps does have an emergency action, so we'll just see what we can do and make it quick.
Is there
the
any
problem
risk of
is
anything floating away, or
nothing is floating away yet.
Well, the risk is always there. But,
But the biggest, when you're dealing with pilings and you're dealing with them at the very end of the dock, it's the deepest part of that marina. And so 90-foot piles are what need to happen. And, to have them steel, they coat them. Well, they can't coat 90 feet, so then they have to weld them together. I mean, it's just, so nobody has these just lying around typically. So we're hopeful, and we've contacted some contractors that have done work for us in the past that maybe they can get these quickly. But it's, the contractor we contacted was headed out of the country for a month, and so
he's going to be in Puerto Rico.
For
some of the recovery perhaps down there. Wow, that's a lot of work. So it's got to be, how high above the water is it? 10 feet above
to stick out above the water.
It's probably 12.
10 to 12. I don't know. I'm guessing
Jeez,
on that. I really don't know, but they are big. So it's
I never really would have thought that they go all the way down to the bottom. I mean, obviously they do.
Yeah.
In fact, they go through the bottom.
Through the bottom.
You got to go a certain
down
amount
to get down into the hard stuff.
And it's a big process, And then I think the best part about it is, we're trying to do some work down there eventually, and so to replace some piles now, what if the configuration changes a little bit, but they can vibrate them back out and move them. So it's not like, they're stuck where they are forever, and we have to, do new ones later. Yeah, so that's, that is really good.
Because you can't say, well, since we're working on this, let's do them all, right? Because that's not part of the emergency project.
I don't think the Corps would like to. It'd be fantastic if we could, but and I don't know that we're totally ready either.
Yeah, that'd be subverting the process.
I hear you. I hear you.
But we are there are several that have been involved in kind of this emergency order. Prior, they weren't typically, but that had damage. So we're able to pinpoint about 3 to 4 of them that we need to replace now. Now, the Corps has to agree with that, of course, that was from this storm. But if we don't get these fixed, and one happens to be on the south dock, and then there's a couple on the north.
Yeah, 2 on the north dock.
Well, I think potentially 3 because we're not sure that there were 2. One's for sure broken. The other one's is leaning, and we're pretty sure it's broken, and then another one. So
it was pretty stormy then, I guess.
It was.
Oh yeah. And those boathouses are big sail areas. The wind hits those, and it really pushes a lot of stress.
A lot of stress.
Created.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the old port world?
Well, we also did, as part of the meeting yesterday, a financial snapshot of 2017. So Jan, our auditor, gave a really great presentation, and it just basically gave us a lot of really exciting things for, times ahead. We've got, just over $4 million sitting in the bank.
Nice.
Which is awesome. She said it's actually the largest balance since she started with the port in 2008.
Wow.
So,
That's
that's really exciting.
Good for y'all.
And then, our assessed values with the county have gone up in the district, so that means debt capacity is higher, which is which is a good thing for projects.
Yeah.
So, we all know there's, dock projects and various things. We're looking to hopefully capture that through, more curb projects, more buildings to house tenants in consolidated space rather than, having them in separated buildings, that kind of thing. So we've got plans, and of course we have our, comprehensive, or not comprehensive, but construction projects that we highlight every budget season. And so we've got a pretty, as you might remember, we actually budgeted to the negative for that. So we were going to dip into some cash, not by much, but we've got some big projects, on the horizon that we want to do. So it's all good. It was a really good picture. And and really we captured that with, we're just not spending, our expenses are quite down in every area. Which was exciting. That just means we're, tightening up with, doing more with less. And I don't think anybody feels like we're not doing what we should be doing. So, it was a really positive.
Nice.
Good
for you guys.
Good year. Yeah, it was my goal when I started some 6 years ago, is I wanted to have $3 million in reserve.
Oh, you've exceeded.
And we're at 4 now.
Once again, when you voice goals,
right,
make them low so you can meet them.
I'd say that's a pretty hefty goal to have that amount of money in the bank. But you made the goal, you said it out loud, and whatever, you may not think every day that you're getting towards there, but then
all of a sudden there you are.
There you are.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you guys.
6 years later,
It's exciting.
6 years later.
For me.
And then right after this meeting, I'm meeting the insurance company down at the docks for the storm.
they're gonna go check it out.
And he was down there, probably last spring, maybe early summer. And so he saw how it was, and he'll see how, this is our new docks we just put out there, and, so.
Got some broken pieces on them, bent things.
Yeah, we'll get them all fixed up.
Yep.
Yeah, you got the money now.
Well, we don't
but we don't want to spend it all.
Right?
Come on.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Dick Taylor and Wendy Smith, always good news coming out of the Port of Shelton and their properties. You can find them online, and of course we'll put the links to that for the Facebook and the website, portofshelton.com, in the show notes here with Johns Prairie and the airport and the marina. Good to see you guys.